Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bullony Basketball. As you can see, I'm here with a very special guest today, and it is my friend Hunter. How are you doing, my man?
Pretty good, Garrett. How about yourself?
I'm also doing pretty good. It's always a good day when we get to talk about Bullony Basketball. I'm on
Yes,
my
yes.
final week here at school before break, so next few weeks you'll see a different background. I got the Pacers back there. You guys will probably see them later on, but it's whatever. But speaking of the Pacers, let's start with them because
Okay.
Shams Charania, Sharon, whatever the frick his last name is. We all know Shams, but he tweeted out that the Pacers are looking to rebuild and they're looking to maybe shop guys like Miles Turner and Karis LeVert, Domantas Sabonis. So I guess what I'll ask you is that, like, what do you think about the Pacers moving on or wanting to move on from some of these guys that they've had for a little bit?
Uh, I mean, it is. It's pretty crazy to me. I know Sabonis is was a big part of Indiana's, I guess, comeback from Paul George. Um, I know someone from the Pacers was saying they're still going to try and win, but it doesn't mean trades can't happen. But yeah, having Sabonis's name out there and him possibly going to the Spurs, I thought that was pretty crazy. I thought they would try to keep Sabonis because I feel he's a big piece of what they're doing down there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting, honestly. Sabonis on the Spurs. I feel like he would probably fit in well because, like, Popovich, he always
Yeah.
he always likes the foreign guys and stuff like that. But no, I think that it should be interesting to see because, like you even said, like the comeback from Paul George. I feel like one guy kind of saved them from being in the lottery then, and that was Victor Oladipo. Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
he was the guy that like kind of turned everything around, and it's like, oh, like the Pacers aren't done yet. And then he got hurt, and then after that, it seemed like I don't know, like when he went down, it's almost like the heart of the team went down. To an extent,
Hmm.
it didn't seem like he was as motivated. It didn't seem like anyone else was, and you really don't see that with him now. In fact, I was just watching. See, I had thought this like watching them in the season, but they said it yesterday in the Pacers game that the Pacers this year they're first in the NBA in first half points per game. They're also
Okay.
last. They're dead last in second half points per game. So
Oh man.
I, I mean, like it's just horrible. They can't close out games. They got great talent. I think also like the guys we listed, and then Malcolm Brogdon too. He's incredibly underrated. Um,
Yeah.
I think he could help out a lot of teams. But yeah, I just think like once Oladipo went down like a few years ago, like I feel like the team just hasn't felt the same. Like you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah, and the I know the fans were like huge on Oladipo, and yeah, it does that does make sense that when he went down, it just doesn't feel like the Pacers have had that same spark that they had with when Oladipo was on their team. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's crazy names like Levert and Sabonis. Like those are two huge pieces for the Pacers. But we'll see what happens there, man. It's pretty crazy. And then Miles Turner, he's leading the NBA in blocks, and that's a big piece of defense that you're going to lose if you're willing to start a rebuild.
Yeah, I saw someone say, I don't know if it was Miles Turner himself or if someone reported like a rumor or something, but they said that he wants to be valued as like more than just like a role player. Like he feels like he can be like a star and to an extent. And I don't know if he said that exactly or if someone was reporting that, but I mean, a lot of people have been saying for like years now, like, oh, this guy's gonna break out, and then he just never has. Like they've been saying it since he was like Paul George was on the team. So, and that's been a
Yeah.
while now. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess for the Pacers' sake, hopefully, they start playing better. For Oladipo's sake, hopefully he gets back on the court soon. So, there's just
Mm,
a lot of stuff like going on with these guys. But yeah, I don't know if you want to move on to another dysfunctional team in the NBA, and that is the Portland Trailblazers.
oh God.
you know, they just recently fired Neil O'Shea, who is their GM, who it was kind of like a behind the scenes thing. Like there was a lot of like workplace misconduct and all that. But a lot
Mm,
of people from the Blazers fans that I've seen have criticized him recently because like you have a guy like Damian Lillard who's so great. CJ McCollum's also pretty solid, but it doesn't seem like they're making the moves to help him out. I mean, this offseason, I think everyone wanted him to. So I guess what I'll ask you is that, like, now that their GM just got fired, do you think maybe this could create more drama for Dame to want to be traded, or do you think maybe it'll cause Dame to have more leverage and maybe like someone else gets traded on his team?
um, man, I don't. I know a lot of people want Damian Lillard to leave Portland, but I just feel like he, I guess, rebuilt Portland into uh, I guess a playoff contender.
Right.
Um, and he just put I feel put the team on his back along with CJ McCollum, put the team on his back, and they just keep. I don't know what happened. But maybe it is the front office, and maybe this firing of the GM is good. I think it'll give him leverage to answer your question. I think it'll be a big step for Damian Lillard to start getting help along with CJ. I know people from the Trailblazers has said that this move in firing the GM, they're confident that the changes will build a positive. It'll be a positive thing for the team, and I know a lot of people, I guess, are really happy with this move of the firing of the GM, which it's big for a franchise. So
Yeah, I mean, you kind of hit it like when you said like a guy like Damian Lillard, he's been there for so long now. I think this is like his 10th season in the NBA, and like even CJ's been there like 9 seasons. So like, and they've stayed loyal to Portland the whole time. So you feel like they'd kind of want to repay him the favor and put the right guys around him, but really they haven't. I mean, I think this offseason, like their big signings were like Tony Snell and Cody Zeller. I mean, like
yeah.
they're okay, but it's like that's not going to move the needle or anything like that. Especially when it
Mm-hmm.
seems like the Warriors are getting more healthy, they're looking better. Um, the Jazz are still up there, the Suns are still up there. The Nuggets and Clippers, they're going to get healthy eventually too. And if the Lakers work stuff out, then that's a lot of teams that are going to be contending with Portland, who lost in the first round last year and didn't really do anything to add to it. Um,
Yeah.
so, I mean, I feel like, see, personally for me, I like the players that stay loyal to their team. Um,
Mm.
you know, so I respect Dame for wanting to be loyal to Portland, but yeah, it just frustrates me like when the front office like doesn't do much to help him out. And I saw recently, I forget who the third player was, but I know he requested to maybe in a trade like Portland gets like Ben Simmons or Aaron Gordon, and for like mainly defense. Um,
Okay.
I don't know. Like I mean, I feel like Ben Simmons could help out a lot. I don't know about Aaron Gordon. I feel like he's kind of in the same tier with like Robert Covington, who they already have. But I don't know. Like, do you think maybe CJ ends up getting traded or something, or do you think it would have to be like someone other than Dame or CJ for that to happen?
Man, that would be huge if they did. It just depends on who they would get for CJ. But I do feel like if they let go of CJ, I don't think that'll be a good move for the Trailblazers, and I feel the fans would probably start to turn a little on the franchise, and I don't think they would be very happy if they got rid of CJ McCollum.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely respect that. Even if like they did make a move for Ben Simmons and maybe like after like the end, like maybe it works out better. People are still gonna be mad because like you traded a guy like CJ for Ben Simmons who refuses to play, and he's kind of like been all.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like that's kind of a whole nother mess. But we can move on. We could talk about an individual player who recently there's been a few more updates about him, and that is Markelle Fultz, the former number one overall pick. So there's a few things. First of all, he's expected to return, I think, sometime soon, at least before Jonathan Isaac, his teammate. So that's a good sign for the Magic. And then also, he kind of opened up more about like his shoulder injury, like his pinched nerve from like 2017, and
Yeah.
how I guess it was like something that was untraceable in an MRI. And so like he kept playing on it, even though like he thought he was just like sore from shooting, but really he was making his arm worse.
Oh my God.
So it's just
Jeez.
bad. Um, so I guess like what I'll ask you is like, what do you think about his story from that he had to go through his rookie year, and when you expect Fultz to come back from his current injury, how effective do you think he'll be?
So when he left, he was at his career best with 14.3 points a game and 6.1 assists per game. He was getting better and better. And then unfortunately tearing the ACL. Um, and then along with Jonathan Isaac, those two on the court make the Magic just such a great team. Um, he in November he did say it's getting closer to coming back, so that's good to hear. He also said his excitement is very high, but he wants to be smart with the injury and not come back too soon. He's only 23 years old, and with those stats already, and just him being smart about this injury, I love that. I think when he comes back, he's just gonna go guns blazing, hit the track at full speed, and I think he'll be a big name we hear when he comes back in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been high on Markelle Fultz. I think he was the first guy I saw in college since Derrick Rose that I like actually compared to him, because like I thought like this guy like he might be the next coming of like a D Rose type of player. Now unfortunately like he's kind of had like a similar road so far to D Rose in the sense of injuries or like always being out or
Yeah,
getting screwed. Um, but of course it's funny like how the times have changed, because like I don't know if you like remember like when Rose tore his ACL and he sat out the whole next year, and then everyone like criticized him for that because they're like, "Oh, you're sitting out, you got to come back." And then like Markelle Fultz, he's doing that now, and people are fine with it because they're worried about the future. I just think that's kind of like interesting because that's like I guess how far the NBA fans have come, but I don't know. I still think that he is like when everyone's healthy, probably the best player on the Orlando Magic. He should start at point guard. No offense to Jalen Suggs, I think he's gonna be solid, but I just don't think he's better than Markelle Fultz. And I agree with what you said too. Like with Fultz and Isaac, like I mean, they're two huge parts of the team, and it's like
mm,
not only are they like the most two some of the most important players on the team, but they make the team watchable too.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, like, how many people do you just hear casually like, I'm gonna tune into this Magic game right now?
Oh God, like it's not like a Magic Rockets. Well, not the Rockets because they're on a hot streak
They've,
right now,
they've been
but
feeling it, but yeah, like, I mean, outside of, like Cole Anthony, I mean,
yeah, I was gonna say Cole Anthony's probably the only reason why you would tune in.
yeah,
Unfortunately, sorry Orlando Magic fans, but unfortunately, that's Cole Anthony's about the only reason why you tune in. And
exactly.
I feel, dude, and like I want the Magic to be good. I want them to be good, but I just they're just not a big team. I don't know. I want them to be good.
It's funny. I kind of thought the same way, like back when they had Vucevic. Now Vucevic is a Chicago Bull, so
Let's
that's
go.
crazy. Um, so I don't know, maybe Markel to the Bulls in the future. No, I don't know.
Oh,
Cole
oh,
Anthony,
oh! Make it happen, Garrett. Make it happen.
predicting the future. Um, but now, like we could talk about another team that has been very bad, arguably even worse than the Orlando Magic. Just the Oklahoma
No.
City Thunder. Um,
Let's go.
I mean, OKC, they set an all-time NBA record, probably the one you don't want to set, because they got blown
Yeah,
out
no.
by 73 points to the Grizzlies. And it's not just that it's the Grizzlies. I mean, because they're not a terrible team. Of course, they're probably not like a contender, but, middle of the pack. But they didn't even have Ja Morant.
That was one of my first points is
So
like,
just tell me, like, what do you think about like losing by 73 points to a team without their best player?
well, they're lucky it was 73 because they were down as much as 78. So they got lucky in that aspect. But just not having Ja. Now, granted, Jarrett Jackson just went nuts that game. He did pretty well. Let me read you some stats.
Go ahead.
if if the Grizzlies missed every shot in the last 21 minutes of the game, they still would have won. Okay, that's one. They missed Ja Morant. What else? It was the bench had 93 points.
Yeah.
93 points. If every Grizzly stopped at 10 points, like a person, they still would have won. And the starters went scoreless. Had the starters went scoreless, they still would have won. And they had 82 points in the paint. That still would have won them the game had they not shot any 3-pointers.
Yeah, it was just like
that is insane.
Total beatdown. See, like, and I saw people. They were like on social media and stuff. They're like, "Oh, it's fine. The Thunder, they're tanking. Like they're supposed to lose." And it's like, doesn't there have to reach? And I get it. Like they were without Shea and Josh Giddey, like some of their best players.
Yeah.
But doesn't there have to come a point where it's like you just have to like have that pride of not losing by 73? I mean, like maybe 30, 40, but 73?
And like in the interviews after, the coach just said, "Oh, well, we just got to come back Monday." No, that's all right. That's a game. That's like a 2-point close game loss that you're just like, "Oh, well, we just got to come back Monday." 73 points. You don't just come back to the locker room and be like, "All right, guys, I'll see you Monday." Like let's. No, you just got humiliated. Oh, dude,
Exactly.
I can't.
He should have been running suicides.
That's bad.
I don't know off the top of my head if they had a practice since. I don't know if they had like off days or whatever, but if they had a practice the day after, they should have been running. Honestly, the coach should have been running too. Just put the coach.
They should have been running courts.
Exactly, road courts back in the day.
Courts.
Dude, that was the worst. Real ones know about courts. If you know, you know.
Real ones.
But let's move on to another team that actually I think they just passed the Thunder in the standings, and that's the Houston Rockets. It's funny because I talked about it on my show 2 weeks ago when they had just lost 15 straight. I'm like, how long is this losing thing going to go on? I was telling my guest Hendo about that. And then, sure enough, the same night they beat the Chicago Bulls. And after that, they've been invincible. They've won 7 straight. So what do you think about the Houston Rockets going from losing 15 to winning 7 in a row?
I mean, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. They're the first team to have a 15-game losing streak, which you don't want, but then changing it into a 7-game winning streak. It's pretty impressive. And then especially beating the Brooklyn Nets by 10. That's pretty good. Check that. Being 8-16 right now, you just keep building off this this heat that you caught. Stay red hot. They got Milwaukee at home. I think they win that game. Building off that momentum.
That's an interesting take.
If they weren't at home, I don't think they win, but they're at home. Fans are gonna hop on this hot streak. They're in the news. They're in the media. Everyone knows about the win streak. So I think the team carries it. Garrison Matthews was getting MVP chance against Brooklyn. That was nice. Christian Wood, He's nuts, and then hopefully Jalen Green comes back because he was very exciting to watch.
Yeah, I think it's funny. Like you kind of hinted at something I was gonna say. I think maybe one of the biggest reasons. Now I'm not. I don't know if they'll beat the Milwaukee Bucks on their next game, but I will say though, of all the games in their 7 game win streak, they've all been at home except the one against OKC. And I mean, like, come on, like,
And we just talked about the blowout, so
exactly. So
okay.
I mean, like, they're not a great team. They very well could have won that, and Houston already beat them earlier in the year, like when they were 1-15. Now is their one win.
Yeah.
So they've already beat them twice this year. So that doesn't say a whole lot. I think maybe a lot of it has to be their home crowd, and I don't know how you're gonna take. I don't know what you'll think about this, but I think part of it is because they haven't really had Jalen Green. I mean, like he's kind of been a little bit of a negative, like in a lot of the advanced stats. He's kind of been shooting not too efficient. Hasn't really been a great point guard. Now as a combo guard, like a scoring guard, like sure he's done a lot of things very well. He's very athletic. He has great handles, but I think just in terms of like what he's providing for the team in terms of like success, it's not really been there. And yeah,
Okay.
like guys like Christian Wood, like you said, has been playing great. He said Garrison Matthews was insane. Like Jay Sean Tate, I mean, this dude, he's it's crazy, like because he plays like usually power forward most of the time. Sometimes like small ball center, from what I've seen, and he's like really at 6'5" or so. I think he's listed maybe 6'6", 6'7". So that's crazy. Josh Christopher, who's a rookie, like he was playing great the other day. So like they have a lot of guys that are young, and maybe they just feel like like we can go out there and just not care. Like let's just play. Um,
Yeah.
and I think that
Yeah.
was part of it the other day. I mean, like James Harden like came back to Houston for the first time. It was his return, and they were all probably motivated. Like let's ruin his night.
Yeah, and plus like having unfortunately the record of 8-16. I mean, you really got nothing to lose. You're gonna give it your all, like throw it all out on the floor, because you have nothing to lose. So it just play your heart out. I mean, you're 8-16, really not fighting for anything right now. But if this win streak keeps on going, I mean, then you're in the talk again and you're fighting. So
I'll add one more stat to what you said. If they had started the season with this 7 game win streak, they would have been the last team to get a loss. Because no team won their first 7 games in the season.
whoa, that's
So
crazy.
I mean, like just think about that. Like how often do you see this from a team this low in the standings? But yeah, we can move on to the fun segment. Are you ready for the NBA trivia?
Oh man, dude, I keep forgetting about it. Why did I keep? We just talked about it. Like, oh, whatever. All right, let's
I'll,
do this.
I'll read the rules so the people watching and also you have an idea for what it is. So basically, I'm going to give you 5 questions. Each one has 5 possible hints that you can use. You get 3 guesses and 2 skips for each like set of hints. Uh,
Okay.
if you guess it right in less hints, then you get more points. So say you only use 1 hint and you get it right, you get 5 points. You use 2 hints, 4 points. 3 hints, 3 points. Then it keeps going. If you guess wrong 3 times though on a question, you get 0 points for that question. And then at the very end, which is probably my favorite because no one's gotten this one right, I'm going to ask you an NBA question related to me, but there's no hints on that. It's just like one
Ooh,
question. And if you get that right, then I mean you're probably a legend because
let's
no
go.
one has. At the
Okay,
maximum you can get with the bonus is 30 points. But yeah, are you ready?
let's go.
Alrighty. So let's start off with the first question. First hint. Um, this former NBA player officially retired this offseason. Now, you could guess here, you only get 3 per question, or you could use one of your 2 skips.
Oh man,
But if
I feel like Charles Barkley on who he played for, because I just did not pay attention to any off season stuff happening. Shoot. Well, Garrett, I looks like I'm gonna have to skip because no name is coming to mind right now.
All right, that's fair. So now, second hint, you get this right, you get 4 points on the question. This guy has 4 gold medals, 4 silver medals, and 3 bronze medals.
Oh man.
Now, those could be like Olympics, FIBA, Eurobasket, any of that stuff. But
So why do I feel like it was like someone young though?
of
Oh
course,
wait, hang on.
uh,
Wait, was it last year or like this?
he,
So
he
last off season?
officially he officially retired this offseason.
Oh my god, hang on. Oh, I don't want to sound stupid for saying this name. Did Dirk retire this offseason?
Are you guessing Dirk?
I'll guess Dirk. That's the only one I could think of right now.
It is not Dirk Nowitzki.
God dang it.
Um, I feel like some people might not realize that, like, he very well could have been playing overseas. Some people could have thought, but I'm going to give you the next hint. So here's the third hint. You get this right, you get 3 points. You got one strike right now. So this guy was an all-star and an all-NBA player for multiple NBA championship teams.
Man, and I can't ask you no questions or nothing.
I mean,
Yeah, you've given me 3 hints.
you could skip, but then after that, you might as well just guess on the question.
Oh god. I don't know who's retired. I know Dirk. Uh let's go with oh wait, hang on. Okay, all right, whatever. It's not gonna be right. Now his name's freaking lost. Hang on. All right, skip. I can't think of the freaking name.
Okay, so you get this right, you still get 2 points on the question. His brother also played in the NBA for the same 2 teams he was most known for.
Oh shit! No, he's still playing, isn't he? Wait, is he on the Lakers now?
Now his brother
Yeah.
also played for him, and keep in mind this guy's retired. He won multiple championships, All Star, All NBA.
Did Marc Gasol retire this off season?
Are you guessing Marc Gasol?
That's the only other one I could think of.
Unfortunately,
It's not right. Is he still playing?
Gasol.
Is he on the?
He is technically not on an NBA team. I think he's playing overseas right now.
Okay.
But he hasn't officially retired. So that's your second
Dang
strike.
it.
Here's the last hint for 1 point. Both him and his brother became the first pair of brothers to both start in the All-Star game and then do the jump at center tip-off in 2015.
God, man. See, had I been in the NBA when I was in high school, I would know these things. But I just wasn't.
I feel like you're going to be kicking yourself if you miss this.
Oh, no, I definitely will. It just sucks because no names are coming to my head right now. Brothers. I know the Morris brothers. I know the Gasol brothers. I know the Ball brothers, but they're young as hell, so why would they be retiring right now?
Well, you've guessed Dirk and you've guessed Marc Gasol so far. So
Pau Gasol's been retired, right? Or did he officially retire this?
are you guessing Pau Gasol?
Oh, Garrett. I mean, sure.
It's a good thing you did because it is Pau Gasol.
What the? He just now retiring?
hmm
Let's go! All
Because
right, I got it right.
he was
Sweet,
playing
I'm
some
happy.
overseas. He played in the Olympics this summer, and then he was like, "All right, I'm done." Um,
Wow.
See, I was gonna feel so bad if you didn't get it because you just guessed Marcusol, and you probably weren't thinking of that again.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, because he's been out of the league for what?
he hasn't really played in like 2 or so years in the NBA.
Wow, that's crazy.
Um,
Okay.
so
You got one right, Garrett. Let's
you got one
go.
point. You did not end up with zero. That's good, but you still have
Let's
more
go.
room to get more points. So you ready for the second question? First hint.
Give it to me, Garrett. Let's go.
All right.
I'm hyped.
So this current NBA player has played for both Los Angeles and both New York teams in his career. So the Lakers, the Clippers, the Knicks, and the Nets. He's played for all of them at some point.
Is it LaMarcus Aldridge?
It is not LaMarcus Aldridge.
Okay.
So that's the first strike. Now the second hint is this guy's official first name is Highland.
What? Oh man. Name's Highland and is probably a point guard.
You still got your 2 skips available if you want to use them.
So now I'm trying to think of. So they're currently on one of those teams right now, yeah.
Yes, they are on one of those teams right now. I can say that.
What team are they on?
I'm not gonna say that. I can't give you everything.
All right. Skip.
Okay, so the third hint now, chance for 3 points. This guy has the highest field goal percentage in NBA history.
If I know that stat, that'd be nice. Man, that's really good though.
Well, maybe a little.
Oh no.
Well, I guess
Is that not good?
it depends. I mean, you'll find out like when it's discovered.
Played for all four. Man. Hang on. Let's go with Rajon Rondo.
It is not Rajon Rondo. Okay, so that's the second strike. Here's the fourth hint. Chance of 2 points on this question. Arguably the best play of his career was when he caught an alley-oop dunk and threw it down over Brandon Knight.
Oh, DeAndre Jordan. I'm sorry.
It is DeAndre Jordan.
I was thinking, who did? Never mind.
Field goal percentage. See, the name one was probably the hardest. I was thinking about making that the first hint, but I feel like if I threw out like both the LA teams, both the New York teams, that would kind of be confusing too.
Yeah.
So you got 3 points right now, not too bad.
Let's go! I got 2 right, Garrett. Let's go!
I always tell my guests
I got 0. Wow.
my goal for my guests every week is to try and get 10. So right now you're 1 below, like on pace, but you're still in it. You're still in it.
Let's go.
So third question, first hint is this NBA team won a championship their first year of ever making it to the NBA playoffs. And it's an NBA team that won a title. First year ever making the playoffs.
All right. Let's see if this is a trick question, okay? Let's see. Now, I don't know if this team has won a championship because all right, but I know they've been to the finals. I'm going the Seattle Supersonics.
That is not correct.
Oh, dang it.
I feel like that's a solid guess, though. I will say.
I thought you were going to get me with a trick question of a team that's not in the NBA right now.
But so that's your first strike. Your second hint for 4 points is This team drafted Moses Malone during the NBA-ABA merger back in 1976.
Okay, I know he played for Utah, right? But was he drafted by Utah? Right?
I mean, are you guessing?
Garrett?
Are you guessing? Are you
Garrett?
guessing Utah?
You said Moses Malone, right?
Moses Malone, yes.
So am I getting Carl Malone and Moses Malone mixed up?
I think you are, but
Thanks for the hint, Garrett. Thank you.
well, I'm not going to say that that was totally off what you were saying, but I'm not going to say it was the answer either.
Oh man, did they both play? All right, so I'll just guess Utah Jazz.
It is not the Utah Jazz.
Okay, so they could get out of my head.
So that's your second strike. You get one more strike, you get 0 on this question, but you still got 2 more skips available as well.
Okay.
The third hint is they currently hold the longest active playoff streak in the NBA. So they made the playoffs the most consecutive years.
Oh man, I feel like I just saw that fact. Oh.
I think they only have it by like a year, so it's definitely going to be close.
Man, shoot. So they won the championship first time they entered the league.
Well, first time in the playoffs, not.
Yeah, okay, in the playoffs, yeah. Shoot. Longest. So I'm stuck between Lakers or Celtics, I guess. But if I guess wrong, all right, I'm gonna be smart here and I'm gonna skip.
Okay. The fourth hint is this team held a draft pick before the Chicago Bulls in 1984, when the Bulls ultimately picked Michael Jordan.
Come the frick on, man.
Now, of course, Jordan was the third pick, so there were multiple teams above him.
And they held the fourth one?
Or no, this is the fourth hint, but they held one of the picks before Michael Jordan in that.
Oh, so 2 picks. I gotta.
There's 2 teams that are kind of up there, but
so
longest active playoff streak for one of the first playoff appearance. Yeah, seems like you're struggling up.
I am, because there was 2 picks ahead of them, so that's just 2 teams that I gotta think about, but I can't think about them. Wait, okay, so what are my options here? I either guess, get 0 points,
or you skip and maybe get 1 point.
Give me a skip.
Or you could guess,
or
you could guess and get it right and get 2 points.
I'm not gonna guess and get it right, so I'll skip and get the 1 point hint. Come on.
So this team,
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
This team currently has a rookie head coach.
Oh my god.
What are we thinking?
Okay, so the only rookie head coach I could possibly think of, because I read about him as I was doing some research, because they fired their GM, and I know Chauncey Billups is a rookie head coach this season. Am I correct on that? I'm not guessing. I'm not guessing the Trailblazers. I'm just saying
he is.
Okay. That's the only rookie head coach I could possibly think of. Now, hang on. Let me think some more. Sorry, Garrett, if this is running over or whatever. But, you know, I'm trying. Okay. Who did I just see play? That I swear I just saw a team that had a rookie head coach. Okay, well, I can't think of any. I'm going Chauncey Billups and the Portland Trail Blazers. Final answer.
Final answer, locked and loaded. And you're correct. It is the
Let's go! Let's
Trailblazers.
go!
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Good process of elimination there. I like.
Thank God I did some research today.
I mean,
We talked about the Trailblazers today. That helped out a lot.
this year I think there was like 9 or 10 rookie coaches, so I think the
Wow.
fact that we talked about them too, like it was probably more fresh in your head. Like, okay, the Blazers and stuff, you know. Um,
Let's go.
so you got 4 points right now. You're doing pretty solid, I'd say. But here's the fourth question. They're gonna start to get harder. I'm gonna warn you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fourth question, first hint. This former NBA player, so he's a former player, has 8 siblings. So his parents were.
they they had a good hobby that they liked to do a lot. Very friendly. So it's just a former NBA player.
He's a former NBA player, and he has 8 siblings.
Dang. Former. That's what's throwing me off is former because I feel like I could think of a lot of like current NBA players that have like big families.
I mean,
Um,
I think I think you'll know who this guy is, though. I mean, you knew
I
Pau Gasol.
yeah. Are you giving me a hint there? Is it Pau Gasol? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not.
Um, shoot, former NBA players got Shaquille O'Neal.
Are you guessing Shaq?
Yeah, I'm guessing Shaq.
It is not Shaq.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's a good guess. I actually don't know how many siblings he has, but I feel like he'd be the guy that you'd think
Yeah.
would have a lot. All right, so the next hint, you get this right, you get 4 points. This guy led the NBA in minutes per game twice in the 2011-2012 season and then 2012-2013 season. So roughly about a decade ago, this guy was getting the most minutes per game in the NBA.
Could it be the late great Kobe Bryant?
Are you guessing Kobe?
Yeah, I'll guess Kobe.
Unfortunately, it is not Kobe.
Ah, damn it.
That's tough.
Damn it.
Now you got 2 strikes, so you're gonna have to be careful.
Okay.
So here's the third hint. Chance of 3 points on this question. This guy was born in Sudan.
Wow, that really helped, Garrett.
I feel like it would.
With 8 kids, maybe he was born in a Sudan. Ever think about that one, Garrett?
That's pretty good.
I'll skip.
Okay, so the fourth hint is this guy at some point in his career was teammates with guys such as Derrick Rose, Kyrie Irving, and Dwayne Wade.
Most minutes.
And I'll also tell you
Teammates,
it was in that order that he was teammates with them. So with Rose first, then Kyrie, then D Wade.
Oh man. Shoot. The most minutes played?
8 siblings, born in Sudan.
See, that born in Sudan does not help at all.
You do got another skip available if you want to use it.
Oh, wait. If I guess, I get 0 points if I guess wrong, right?
That is correct.
Why did I say Kobe? All right. Shoot. In that order, I don't know if he played with Kyrie. Isn't okay? Okay. So those two make sense. Did he play with Dwayne? Don't know if he played with Dwayne. All right, you're a Bulls fan, and I'm saying this name and guessing this name only because you're a Bulls fan, okay? And I know he played with Kyrie. No, the most minutes played? That makes no sense. Okay. God, I want to say the name, but I don't want to get 0 points. Whatever. All right. Joakim Noah, baby.
I hate to break it to you, it is not Joakim.
No!
And that's your third strike, so no
Yeah.
points on this question. The last hint was throughout his whole career, he wore the number 9 on his jersey. And you were actually really close with thinking about my Bulls because the answer was Luol Deng.
Okay, yeah. I unfortunately probably would not have gotten it. But
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like a forgotten player. But yes,
unfortunately.
you got 4 points right now. You still got another question here, and then you got the bonus about me. So let's see. Let's see what you do. So the fifth question, first hint of the fifth question is this is a former NBA player who is a New York Times best-selling author.
Oh. Okay. I feel like there's been so many NBA players that have came out with books that have done amazing.
But how many have been best-selling?
Kobe's written a book, right?
He has, yes. Are you guessing Kobe?
Hang on. Man. Gosh dang it. All right, yeah, I'll guess Kobe for this one.
I'm sorry to break it to you, it is not
Garrett.
Kobe.
Garrett, pay the respect. Put some respect on the man's name.
Hey,
Okay?
I will, just maybe not on this episode. Unless he's in the bonus, you know, you never know. He could be. But here's the second hint of this question. His first name was actually misspelled at birth.
What? That's unfortunate.
So if you think of anyone with like a kind of weird spelling name.
Okay, I don't know why I keep thinking of Derek Fisher, but isn't his spelling of Derek kind of weird or something like that?
I think it's like Derek. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I think that's what it is, though.
I think you have it written down on your piece of paper right in front of you. But I'm not guessing. I'm not guessing. Whoa, Garrett, slow down.
Slow, man. Very slow.
All right, I'll skip because I can't be guessing back-to-back names and losing points.
So the third
even though I'm losing points. It's okay. What?
The third hint is he is one of 15 players in NBA history to win a Finals MVP, but never a regular season MVP. What are we thinking over there?
Didn't Derek Fisher go off in the finals? Didn't he go off?
Maybe. It depends what you think about going off.
But I feel like I heard him, like, he came out with a book and it was like really, really good. I don't know why. Why do I keep thinking of Derek Fisher, bro? It's probably a head coach right now, actually. It's not Kobe. Oh my god. This is brutal.
You still got, I think, another skip left if you want to use it.
And I have 2 guesses left?
You got 1 skip and 2 guesses left, yeah.
All right. Derek Fisher.
It is not Derek Fisher.
Not Derek Fisher.
That's your second strike.
Miserable.
Here's the one for 2 points. This guy won 3 NBA championships, all with the same team.
Good for that man. Proud of him.
And obviously, you won a Finals MVP in one of them, as we said.
Yeah, but never a regular season MVP.
Never a regular season MVP. No.
Dwayne Wade.
It is Dwayne Wade.
Let's go! Let's go, Max.
All right.
Come here. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sure Max is proud of you. So you got 6 points right now, which
Let's go.
I mean that's not bad because this is hard trivia. Unfortunately, it is pretty low on the leaderboard. But however,
Garrett taking shots at me now.
I will say if you get the bonus question right, you'll be tied for first.
Woo!
Leaderboard. So,
all right.
This is where you got to lock in. You got to zone in right now. So, this is the question. What NBA player, it could be anyone, all time, past or present, do I hate the most?
Oh, do you hate?
Yeah. I don't like this guy.
Oh, my God. I'm... No, don't you... Hang on. Okay, you posted about Brian Scalabrine. I can't remember because you meet him. I can't remember if you say like you hate him, like he's the worst. Oh man. Oh, you just posted. I can't remember if you said like he was the worst or not. If man.
I have met him multiple times.
You have.
I will say that.
I remember you posting that. And I feel like you're like, I may hate you, but you're still like a... Oh, man.
My caption, I may hate you.
Oh, wait. Derrick Rose, final answer. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Cheers.
Garrett, please. No.
I would have maybe walked out if that was for real.
Oh man, I can't think of anyone else. It'd be really cool to tie for first.
What are we thinking?
Why would you hate Brian Scalabrine though?
I mean, it's your guess, so.
That's the only name I could think of. I can't remember you talking about anyone you absolutely hate in the NBA. It might be the wrong answer, but it's the only name I could think of. I know you recently posted about him. I'm gonna lock it in. Brian Scalabrine is my final answer.
And your final answer, unfortunately,
is wrong. Yeah. Dang it! All right, who is it?
I thought you were probably gonna guess LeBron because of some of the stuff I put on my stories about him, but
yeah.
The actual answer, and you're gonna be surprised, Jeff Teague. I cannot stand Jeff Teague. That one year when the Hawks were really great, he got overly cocky, more than I've ever seen any NBA player. And then just watching him in the All-Star game was annoying because I'm like, bro, D Rose should be there. My guy Brandon Jennings should be there if he didn't tear his Achilles. And it was just annoying because like they were hyping him up all year, and then after the playoffs, they got destroyed by just LeBron. And then he fell off, basically. So
yeah,
that's why I just don't like Jeff Teague at all. I think that he's overly cocky. I'm mad he got a championship last year, but I'm happy for the Bucks. Happy for Giannis.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my least favorite player ever. I know it probably seemed unfair, but this is the impossible level question,
Yeah, that's true. Not you do love Brian Scalabrine, right?
Oh, he's one of my guys. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my guys, bro.
I mean, he's not D Rose to me, I will say, but he is up there as one of my favorites.
One of the greatest Bulls of all time. Yes.
But honestly, I think you did pretty good. I mean, like, to factor in, like, it came down to one question separating you from the very top of the list. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
What? How many did I end up with?
You ended up with 6.
And your goal for each guest is 10? It's
10. Of course, this is hard trivia. Like I say, it's weird stuff. And at some point in every show, like you even said, like everyone's felt like Charles Barkley on who he played for. There's always been people like, man, I know it, but I don't. And then like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it happens. But you got what? Like you got 4 of them right. I think at some point. So that's
I was coming in here. I was coming in here assuming I know nothing about the NBA really. I was gonna get none of them correct, and just being an embarrassment on this channel. But I got 4 right. Pat myself on the back. I'm very proud of my performance here tonight. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and I think, obviously that's going to close out the show. Hope you guys enjoyed, though. I will give you the spotlight, though. You got any final thoughts before we close it out?
In the comments below, tell me who I should add on my fantasy team. I'm going crazy for this fantasy. I'm trying really hard. My lineup, dude, my lineup gets hit with the injury bug so much, or people just take rests out of nowhere, and I'm just like, why you gotta do this? You're against the Thunder tonight, please.
Yeah.
Sorry, Thunder. Sorry, but it's okay. No, man. I love what you're doing with the channel. I text you a lot, supporting you and stuff. I just know it's gonna go places. But yeah, when you asked me to do this, I was super pumped, super excited, and couldn't wait to get on here. Had a great time. Absolutely, a lot of fun, Garrett. And I really thank you for the invite, man.
Of course, and I think really the fans are going to enjoy it as well. I feel like this is one of the most like colorful episodes. I feel like we were kind of like bouncing off each other a lot. So maybe we'll have to like run it back again, in the future.
Oh snap!
And
yeah, I like that idea, Garrett.
And if we have trivia again, you always could improve on that score as well. So
I'm staying up all night doing NBA research right now.
That's great.
Who has the top score?
The top score is held by my friend Price and also fellow YouTuber Sunsgeek. But Sunsgeek, he's a guy that's crazy on this like NBA history stuff, like just like me. So he looks at that stuff a lot. But you were pretty close as well. I mean, the fact that everyone's like really close, I think that says a lot.
Nice. Has anyone scored 0?
Nobody has scored 0.
Okay.
But yeah, everyone's been like within like a little close range, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I think that's gonna close out the show. Again, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and we're out. Peace.
See you.